My name is Colin McEvers, and I'm 20 years old. I grew up on the outskirts of Baltimore in Glen Burnie, which is a town in Anne Arundel County. And throughout my childhood, I actually saw firsthand the devastating effects and the plight which Democratic leadership causes to members of my own family. So, as I was growing up, a lot of members of my family, I saw this, both my parents and other individuals, were on government programs, whether it be food stamps, welfare, assisted housing, name it all of it. And what these programs do, it conditions people into relying on the government, being dependent on the government. And that really is antithetical to the American dream. It destroys the American dream, and it destroys communities and families that could have been strong, that could have been healthy, and that could have been great. Government programs and handouts for people who could be working and who are perfectly capable of working, what it does is it fosters laziness, it prolongs unemployment, and it also facilitates the demise of great communities. That's a terrible thing. But what about for the people who actually do need government assistance, who legitimately are unable to work, who have good reasons? They may have fought for the country, veterans, American veterans who've lost an arm and a leg to defend the country, who can't work anymore. What about them? These individuals, these Marylanders, are now competing with foreigners and illegal immigrants who have no history in this country, who have not paid taxes in this country, who have no stakes in this country, and have not even taken the time to learn the language of this country, English. And these individuals, these foreigners, these illegals, are being prioritized over us, over the Maryland citizens who grew up here, who have family here, who have parents and grandparents who have paid taxes here for decades. They are being put over us. This is no more clear than in the case of our new Maryland House of Delegates Speaker, Malink Pena, whatever her name is. She is in office now. She is the new speaker. She doesn't even have an American accent. She's from Colombia, and she is the biggest proponent of reparations the Maryland House of Delegates has ever seen, first of all. Second of all, she's a big proponent of ending 287G programs throughout the entire state of Maryland. She and the Democrats are intent upon expanding affordable housing slums throughout all of Maryland so that all of the municipalities throughout this great state look like Baltimore and the inner city. They want to make it blue. They want to inject blue voters into these red areas to totally make the state blue. And that's what they're doing in Anne Arundel as well. We've seen it happen. We've seen Anne Arundel go from a purple county to a very blue county. It's a terrible thing. So what I've decided to do is to run for Anne Arundel Republican Central Committee. It's very, very important that young people get involved. I've been involved in politics for the past 2 years or so. Less than 2 years, actually. No, about 2 years. When I started doing some work for the Kennedy campaign, getting signatures, going out, talking to people, things of that sort. And I've been involved in the Republican Party for the past year and a half. And it's been a great time. And I truly realize that we are the only force in the state of Maryland that is capable, that has the potential to build, to grow, and to fight back against the Democrats who are trying to destroy this state. We need to fight. In Maryland, Republicans, we need to fight 3 times harder than Democrats are willing to, than the moronic Democrats that are running Maryland. We need to work much harder than them. We need to play smarter than them because they have the cards. They have the juice. They have the power. So we need to have the motion. And we need to get as many people involved as possible. We need to door knock as much as we possibly can. We need to get on different social media platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, most importantly, because Facebook is where all the voters are. And also local news sources, state news sources, radio, everything, out and about, out in the community, because we need to define the narrative. we need to punch back. We need to punch back harder, and we need to destroy the leftist ideologies that are infecting Anne Arundel County, my home, where my parents grew up, my mother, where my grandparents came to live and build a family. This is my ancestral home, and I'm not going to let it be walked all over by Democrats who hate people like myself and people like you. We can't let that happen. So I'm going to run for Central Committee, and as the chairman for the Maryland College Republicans, I am going to encourage, and I do encourage, all of my younger peers, the ones that are competent and sharp, good looking, whatever, you don't have to be good looking, whatever it might be, if you are intelligent and energetic and strong-willed, then give it a shot. Run for your Central Committee, because we need young people, we need energy, we need motion at the grassroots level. So we need to be in there, we need to be making the decisions, we need to be calling the shots, or at the very least, helping the people in charge make the decisions in the best interests of the Republican parties in these respective counties. In Anne Arundel County, I'm going to do as much as I can to help guide the Republican Party in a good direction. And I'm going to reiterate this. Young people, young Republicans, college Republicans, run for Central Committee, because we need you. No excuses. Oh, I'm working. I'm busy with my life and my family and blah, blah. Okay, I might be biased because I don't have a family at the moment, but I am very busy and I work a lot and I have a lot of things on my plate. But I've recently started a challenge, and I think you guys should start a challenge too. If you're a young man watching this, start this challenge, okay? If you don't have a family, if you don't have a wife, try to start this challenge. 12 hours a day of work for 30 days. 12 times 30, that's what it's called. I'm starting that. I started it today. I've been working nonstop. I've been grinding as much as I possibly can. 12 times 30, it's a great challenge, because you need to build the capacity, you need to build the machinery inside of yourself to work as tirelessly as you possibly can, to churn and to really, really put in a lot of effort. Because as young people, time is the most valuable asset. We all have 24 hours in a day. That is something that does not change based on how rich or poor an individual is. So as young people, I'm 20 years old, I'm in my early 20s, I'm going to try to work as much as I can. I'm doing this challenge, and I'm also running for Central Committee now. So I'm looking forward to it. This is my announcement. I'm going to put out a press release before I release this video. Thank you very much for watching. I look forward to earning your vote if you live in Anne Arundel County and if you are a Republican. If you're a Democrat, no comment. Thank you very much, and have a great day.